Good day, you're watching Leadership TV News. I am Cynthia Onwado. A delegation from President Bola Tinubu's administration has begun discussions with the United Kingdom authorities over the continued imprisonment of former Deputy Senate President Ekweremadu. Led by Foreign Minister Yusuf Tugar, the delegation is engaging UK officials on the possibility of transferring Ekweremadu to Nigeria to serve the remainder of his.
Viewers, this gist wey dey hot so you need to sit down and listen carefully because it is shaking both the political and social space in Nigeria right now. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has reportedly sent a delegation to the United Kingdom to start consultations on bringing Senator Ekweremadu back home to Nigeria, not to free him outright, but to complete his remaining prison sentence here. But as you can imagine, this matter no be small at all. It is already generating plenty of reactions. People are asking, why Ekweremadu? Why now? Before we go deep, please like this video and subscribe because I am about to break down this gist from the political angle, the social angle, the human angle, and even the economic side. You won't hear it like this anywhere else. Now, let's remind ourselves who we are talking about. Senator Ekweremadu, a big name in Nigerian politics. He was the deputy Senate president for years, influential, well-connected, respected in political circles. But all that came crashing down some few years ago when he and his wife were arrested in the UK over allegations of organ trafficking. They were accused of trying to harvest the kidney of a young Nigerian man to save their sick daughter. The court found him guilty and sentenced him to 9 years in prison. So now, the Tinubu administration is reportedly in talks with the UK government to transfer Ekweremadu back to Nigeria to serve the rest of that sentence here. At first glance, that sounds like a compassionate move. A Nigerian helping another Nigerian. After all, he's one of our own. But my people, this matter no be ordinary compassion gist. There is a deeper layer to it. And that's what we need to unpack today. Let's start with the politics. Many Nigerians are saying, wait oh, Tinubu is not doing this for ordinary Nigerians locked up abroad. Why this one? They are not wrong to ask. Thousands of Nigerians are in prisons across the world, in Saudi Arabia, in the UAE, in India, in the US, in the UK. Some are there for minor immigration issues, some for crimes they did not even commit. Yet, the government has not sent delegations to negotiate their return. So when Tinubu sends a team specifically for Ekweremadu, people begin to suspect political calculation. And that suspicion is understandable. You see, Ekweremadu is from the southeast, a region where Tinubu's political support is very weak. Many in that area still align with Peter Obi and the Labour Party. Now, imagine Tinubu successfully brings Ekweremadu home and maybe later grants him a presidential pardon. Can you picture the political ripple effect? The narrative would change from Tinubu doesn't care about the East to Tinubu helped one of our sons when he was down. It could soften hearts, open doors, and weaken Peter Obi's strong base ahead of 2027. That's why many people online are saying, this is not about mercy, it's about 2027. Please, if you're following the gist, just click that like button. Let's continue. Since the news broke, Nigerians have been divided. On social media, some people are praising Tinubu. They say, at least, this shows he cares for his citizens no matter what. Others are furious. They say, so, one powerful politician commits a serious crime abroad, and instead of facing justice fully, our government wants to bring him home to make life easier for him? The argument here is simple. If Ekweremadu comes back, what guarantees do Nigerians have that he will not be released early or pardoned completely? After all, this same government recently pardoned several prisoners, including Mariam Sanda, the woman convicted of killing her husband. And when people shouted, the government reversed the decision. Nigerians remember these things. That is why they don't trust easily. Let's be honest. If Ekweremadu is transferred home, the next headline could easily be President grants state pardon to Ekweremadu. And if that happens, what message does it send to the world about Nigeria's justice system? Now, let's look at this from the human side, because this matter touches emotions. Ekweremadu is a father.
His daughter was seriously ill, and the report said she needed a kidney transplant urgently. Out of desperation, he tried to get a donor, but the way he went about it, allegedly deceiving a poor young man, flying him abroad without full consent, and trying to use him as a donor, crossed a moral and legal line. The UK court said clearly that it was exploitation. The young man was vulnerable, and justice had to be served. Still, many Nigerians see the story and feel conflicted. They say he was only trying to save his child. It is a painful and complicated story. Now imagine Tinubu's team arguing that bringing him home would allow him to serve time near his family where he can receive visits and emotional support. That sounds humane. It sounds fatherly. But again, people fear that it will not stop there, that politics will soon mix with pity and end in pardon. Viewers, let us not forget the victim in all this. The young man who was trafficked. What happens to his justice if the convict is brought home and released soon after? If the state appears to protect the powerful while the powerless are forgotten, it destroys trust in justice.
Many analysts are already warning if Tinubu goes ahead and later pardons Ekweremadu, it will set a dangerous precedent. It will tell other powerful people that they can commit crimes abroad or at home and still come back to soft landings. It will say that justice bends for those with political influence, and once that perception spreads, crime will increase because people will feel untouchable. You can't preach integrity if impunity is rewarded. In today's Nigeria, public trust is already fragile. From fuel subsidy removal to rising cost of living, many Nigerians feel abandoned by the same government they voted for. Now, imagine adding this case to the mix where a senator convicted of human trafficking could be brought home and possibly freed. The average Nigerian would ask, so, our leaders can do anything and get away with it, but if an ordinary citizen steals bread, they rot in jail. That kind of double standard widens the gap between government and citizens. It fuels anger and makes people lose hope in institutions. At the same time, if Tinubu handles this case with transparency, ensuring Ekweremadu serves his full sentence under Nigerian correctional supervision, it could restore some confidence. It could show that Nigeria can handle justice responsibly. But the key word here is transparency. Without it, every move will look like politics. Let's not also forget how this issue looks from outside. Nigeria is already under watch for human rights concerns and weak rule of law. The UK and other Western partners are watching closely. If they see Ekweremadu brought home and released quietly, it will confirm their suspicion that Nigeria does not take justice seriously. That could affect future cooperation, investments, and international image. Foreign investors always check how strong the rule of law is in a country before committing money. If they perceive favoritism and impunity, they hold back. So even though this is one man's case, it has ripple effects on how our country is viewed globally. Also, transferring Ekweremadu requires a formal prisoner exchange agreement under international law. That means the UK must trust that Nigeria will keep him under the same level of supervision. If that trust is broken, future transfers may be blocked for other citizens who genuinely deserve repatriation. For President Tinubu, this is a political balancing act. On one side, showing compassion to a high-profile Igbo leader could earn him goodwill in the southeast, which he badly needs before the next election. On the other hand, it could anger Nigerians across the north and west who see it as favoritism or weakness on justice. Tinubu is already struggling with declining popularity due to economic hardship. Any wrong move here could worsen that perception. Nigerians are tired of selective mercy. They want equal justice.
If the president truly wants to show fairness, he should not stop at Ekweremadu. He should set up a broader policy, negotiate for all Nigerians serving sentences abroad to come home under proper bilateral agreements. That would look like justice, not favoritism. Now let's look at possible outcomes of this diplomatic move. 1. If Ekweremadu is transferred and kept under full sentence, Tinubu gains credit for compassion without losing moral ground. The Southeast may see him as a unifier. 2. If he is transferred and later pardoned, Tinubu risks massive backlash nationwide. The narrative will turn against him, painting him as another politician protecting the elite. 3. If the UK rejects the request, it could embarrass the government, showing that foreign partners do not trust Nigeria's justice system. So whichever way this goes, it is a delicate situation that must be handled with wisdom and fairness. Viewers, this gist is not just about one man. It is about what kind of country we want Nigeria to be. Do we want a country where the powerful can bend justice, or a country where law applies equally to everyone? Tinubu's decision here will speak volumes about his leadership values. If mercy is shown, it must come with accountability. If Ekweremadu is brought home, Nigerians must see that he is truly serving his sentence. Otherwise, the government risks losing credibility both at home and abroad. At the same time, we cannot lose our humanity. Ekweremadu's daughter is still sick. His family is suffering. But justice must be balanced with compassion, not replaced by it. So viewers, what do you think? Is Tinubu's move a show of compassion or a political calculation ahead of 2027? Should Ekweremadu be allowed to complete his sentence in Nigeria? Or should he finish it in the UK where the crime was committed? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more real-time analysis. This gist is not ending soon because every step Tinubu takes on this issue will shape how Nigerians see his government, as a compassionate one or as one that bends rules for the powerful. Either way, the eyes of the nation and the world are watching.